Looks like on a chat. Okay, here we go.
Okay, the recording is now in progress, and today is September 23rd, 2025, and we have Giusy Sciacca with us, novelist and air traffic controller and extraordinary person who just
Wow.
received an award called the Leone Argento. So, Giusy, tell us a little bit about this award.
This silver lion. So it's well, Nuccio probably remembers about that. It's uh, well, it is despite being a Carlentini, not a big city, but this was in the past very prestigious. I mean, it still is, of course, but a very prestigious award given to people born or related somehow to Carlentini and to Sicilians who somehow distinguished themselves nationally, and it has always called many and attracted like even celebrities,
Mm.
Italian celebrities and actors. Like, because you probably saw, Nick, some pictures on my Facebook page. Like, I mean, those faces could probably say nothing to you, but they are very, very well known Italian actors with Sicilian origins or
Mm.
starring in Sicilian movies. And the award was very famous in the past. Then for some reason, I don't know why, they actually paused, they stopped it,
Mm.
and they started again this year. And they usually give like one of the awards is for, and the other one is for um, economy, and that's why it was there was a company, export company, that are exporting Sicilian and especially Carlentini products all over the world, and they were awarded too. Plus these Italian actors and other two writers that, but still they are Sicilian, but not from Carlentini. And it was very, very nice. I mean, it was so well organized, like beyond expectations. I mean,
Mm.
I had been, well, they told me that it was going to be something big, like, so get prepared and get dressed and again, like they were stressing you, like no pressure at all. But well, it was actually great, like with national singers. It was a big show, like it was a real show, very well organized. And I mean, I'm happy because I didn't expect it, and because there's no, I mean, you could be awarded or recognized and appreciated wherever, like even in way bigger places. But I mean, every one of us, I think, probably, I mean, it is different, and everybody wants to be recognized and appreciated by his own people and his own place in first place. That's why
Mm.
it's
Mhm.
different.
Mhm.
It's really,
That's amazing. So, for the benefit of some of the people that have come on recently, especially Linda, who's our new guest today, and Franco, who came to us a couple weeks ago, could you sort of introduce your novels and kind of summarize the novels that you've written for the group, please?
so for the benefit of the land of the people who last joined the Zoom meetings, the others will be hating me because by now, like, it's always talking. No, so well, as I said, I'm an air traffic controller, former operational air traffic controller in control towers in Milan, and now, I mean, since 7 years, I'm a aviation manager based in Rome. But still, I mean, people are questioning how I can keep it traveling back and forth from Sicily. It's just that I can't live without Sicily or too far away from Sicily, probably. And in addition to that, I'm an author, and I've always spent my life in research in not academic, but personal research about Mediterranean history and women, especially. That's why my first book, my first solo book, because there are many collaboration or cooperation spread. And my first solo book was, which is the one translated in English, by the way, translated by two professors of Nebraska University and Creighton University. It is dedicated to Sicilian women, to historical Sicilian women who made the history somehow. And the other one is an historical novel that is mainly I mean, the reason why I was given the award. And it is about, it's a story that took place in Lentini. So it's still, I mean, that's the area. And it is an so historical fact, and it is also, it tells a lot about, again, women, about the local population and the war. And well, it has a lot of, and ideologically speaking, it actually was well, let's say the day before fascism came to power. So that's the historical, so early 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another book that was out last May, and well, it was actually about, I translated uh, an essay, a speech basically, written by an Anglo-Italian woman who was one of the very first feminist activists, and that was invited to the Chicago International um, Convention of Women, so representatives of women. It was, well, she was a big intellectual, and she actually reported about the condition of women in the modern Italy. I mean, her Italy, so late 19th century. I translated it into Italian because it was no, it had never been published before, and with a long introduction that is, I mean, consideration about, I mean, what the contemporary world and women role in our contemporary society, and so on. I mean, and then lots of cooperation, collaboration. And for the time being, I must say, as long as my job allows me to do, because it's not easy. Not easy at all. I mean, nobody, no, it's, I mean, it's very difficult to, it's not a job. So let's put it that way. So writing, as most art or artistic activities, is a plus. Must be a secondary activity. You cannot absolutely think about giving up a job, and dedicate yourself to that. So, unfortunately, I mean, to writing is dedicated what remains of my brain at the end of the day. Let's put it that way. That's it. And back to the award. It was really well. I was really emotioned. Like, I must say that I was really it 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 is, again, it is different when you are recognized by your own people. It's totally different. There's a saying, a Latin saying, that says "Nemo profeta in patria." It means nobody. I mean, you know that for sure. So no one is a prophet in his own land. Like most people usually try to put you down. So, I mean, experiencing the opposite uh,
Mm.
is very nice, and that's what usually happens in smaller towns where people are. I mean, everybody knows each other, and they remember you like a kid and
Yeah.
like a teenager, and it is nice to feel so surrounded and welcomed and loved by your own people.
That is a well-deserved honor. And I am
Absolutely.
going to put in the chat some information about your books.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
we have Virita.
Yeah, that is the one. There's truth. Uh,
Mhm.
the one that is translated in English.
Yes,
Giusy,
Truth.
you
how
can
how
you
how,
can read
how
that in English if you'd like to order a copy of the translation. And was that your first book, Juicy?
This was my first solo book.
Okay. And the other one is
D'amore di rabbia. Giusy,
Amore e
Di rabbia.
Rabbia,
have you
which
translated this or not?
translates.
No, no,
No,
no.
just no.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, because it's the first case, the editor was this, sorry, the publisher was smaller, and it was well, it was easier to deal with them. While the other one, the More di Rabbia, the publisher is very big, so they're managing
Mm,
with you know legal rights, and so I mean, I have no power in proposing or
mm,
doing it.
mm, mm.
Just, just,
But I
just
like
figure
the
out.
title. I like the title very much because D'amore di rabbia means, some aspect of life or personal life that is very intimate. And then when you read the book, you realize why this title. I like it very much.
Thank you.
Thank
But you know what? It never happens that the title, I mean, when you're dealing with big
Yeah,
publishers,
yeah.
like never happens that they let you keep the title you chose because they always change it because it's a marketing research, and like
Mm,
you have to check
mm,
if there's somebody else and if that title can be catchy or not. Well, that was the title that I gave from the very beginning. And so, I mean,
mm.
that it's really weird that I mean they kept it. Like I said, it's fine. So good.
I'm trying to talk about it with some of my colleagues. We'll see if I can introduce you to some of them. Then, because you usually have some meetings with the author. We call this incontro con
Sure.
l'autore.
Yeah, but I usually
Who
do that.
knows?
Like
Who
and
knows?
well, I have always done this, and now
Yeah,
like
yeah, no, I know, I know.
I would be in Lentini and the
Uh-huh.
Carlentini again
Mm,
in November. Mm.
mm,
The initiative, you know that probably, Io leggo perché.
sì.
So I would be at the Liceo
Mm,
Scientifico.
good.
So I mean, it's nice. It's a really nice experience. I wish I could dedicate more hours, more time. But I mean, historical novels, they require study. I mean, you need
Of
to
course, of
uh,
course.
the most of the work is not writing, is
The
studying,
research.
in
Yeah,
archive research,
yeah,
but it's also the challenging activity. It's nice when you can match dates and
yeah,
and names, and then discover something. So
yeah, yeah. This was the same last week when we talked about it. We talked to the other writer. So that's that's
I'm sorry I missed that
yeah.
point.
That's I want to. I was thinking about you, and I said, "Oh, I wish she was here because you know she had the same, the same attitude as yours. And then because
Mm.
she wrote also about historical facts,
Mm.
and
Well, I
it
should
was
check
very
more
interesting.
about her. It was we were celebrating my daughter's birthday. So I mean,
Yeah,
no way, I'm not even home.
very,
So
you are right.
she would have killed me.
Of course, of course.
But I
So
don't
how
know.
old is your daughter now?
No, she's not here right now.
No,
But
how old is she?
I'm sorry. She turned 14. So now she can fly on her own, domestic flights. So that's why she's asking flights to Catania. I said, I mean, Rebecca, I mean, I'm very happy you're flying back home. I'm doing the same, but we need to sit down and talk.
Right.
Because I mean, one is okay, two like flying back and forth, or like, well, it's getting quite expensive at
Hmm.
some point.
Mm.
No, but Nick, I don't know if you can, but probably not. Like, there's a video on Facebook that sort of a recap. It's very short. It's very, I mean, not that
One
long.
that you showed me that was in Italian?
No, I guess it's just music. It's just a soundtrack going on. But
Well, I think you sent me
yeah, yeah, that
sent me
one.
one. Okay, so let me see if I can share that. I
It's
don't
really a
know.
very
I don't know if I know how to do the sound properly, but let's see here. Okay, so this is the page that I had up on Goodreads with the covers of your
ah.
book.
Mm.
Um,
Get
it's
my
also
phone.
on Amazon if you're more familiar with Amazon, but let's do that for just a second since I have it up. Um, so it's in Italian. Uh,
Mm.
This is in Italian, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
not this lady yet.
So basically, it says Sicily, July 1922, at Lentini, a agricultural center in the province of Syracuse. Why don't you do the translation? I'm not as good.
Yeah, so I mean, just below the Etna, and very cool chronicle. How to say chronicle? No, I
Mhm.
don't know if you say this word.
Yeah,
Um,
Chronicle.
chronicle fact event happened and then was like covered by Dust and Time. Among
Yeah, buried, sepulto. I know that
yeah,
word.
yeah, sepolto is like buried,
Yeah.
literally. And among the main characters, Maria Giudice, she was um, so she was a feminist and a fervent unionist, coming from
Mm.
the north, from Lombardy, and she was the mother of very famous. Then, I mean, she was she was not born yet at that time. She would have been born like 2 years later, Goliarda Sapienza. And I mean, it's such a combination of things. Like, I mean, this kind of coincidence just drive me crazy. That's why I write. When you find out things like this, and so just before the affirmation, the establishment, I would say, of fascism in the little town, there's a very strong, fierce class fight and classes fight between so the noble class that was main latifundista. Well, it's a word. Help me, Nuccia. I don't know if there's a
I
word.
am
Mm,
familiar with Latifonda
landowner,
is like a big agricultural
Landowners.
estate. Yeah, landowner.
landowners,
Yeah.
landowners.
Landowners was center was in the noble palace of Beneventano della Corte, which is an historical palace that you can still visit in Lentini. and the farmers, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And in between of these two worlds, there is Amelia Di Stefano, a woman that is, well, how should I say fuori posto? Out of place, let's say.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
not
Yeah, an
that's
outcast.
probably enough.
Outcast.
outcast, not aligned, let's say.
Okay,
So,
so let's do something similar to the first paragraph or so on Verita. And so it says the protagonist story, Stanchi di Sera. I don't know that.
no, well, in
Lucia,
this
you
case,
want to give it a go? Translate?
for the translation, I'll see. So the protagonist of these 20 tales, because it's not a novel, it's a collection of
Oh, that's
tales.
right. There's 20 stories of different women, right?
Exactly. Each story, each tale is dedicated to to a woman, but and the woman is speaking for herself because the rationale behind is that, well, most times story, I mean, especially women are told by the others. They rarely have had in the past the chance to tell their own version of the story. And so I just imagine if like saints, even criminals or witches, or well, if they could tell their own story, their own version of the facts. So that's why each one in each tale speaks for herself and tells what happened, even including Santa Lucia. She,
This
she,
is showing a Kindle book for 737 on Amazon, but I'm not sure. This is the Italian edition.
this is
So
the Italian, yes.
yeah.
There's also I mean, if you want to learn and practice some Italian, there's the audio version. Like, but something I found out because I used the Audible, the application,
Hmm.
and and then I found out that they had, I mean, there was mine in between. So, oh, I know this one.
Well, it was not your voice.
No, 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 no. They usually hire. No, no, they hire.
The specialist.
They hire.
Yes.
Yeah, they hire actors.
Okay, so let's go to that video that you wanted. Let
Yeah.
me
Because
see if I can
like
find it
reading my
here.
book with this southern accent, and I
No, but no, I agree with that because when there is the Stefano speaking in Lentini, she must have
Uh-huh.
a Lentinese accent.
Yeah, exactly. That's also
You
true.
should-
That's also true.
like the actor that was awarded with you, come si chiama? Come si chiama? Quello che ha fatto Macari.
Salieri.
Eh,
Eh,
he speaks with the Sicilian accent. He's very good.
sì, true. I mean, oh, that actor is the Cesare Bocci, an amazing man, really. So, I mean, very still, I mean, very handsome and but good actor, good heart. He's doing a lot of things. Oh my God, that hair.
Mhm, mhm.
I was, well, not like tonight. I was like flying with my hair that night.
True, true.
Which one
And
now?
all the square was full up with people, more than the concert in Santa Lucia. I saw the
See,
pictures.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
It
There were
was
more people.
full and
Full,
but
yes.
everything was very well organized and clean and
Mm,
well, Carlentini is, I must say, people are amazed at how like proactive is. Like, I mean,
mm.
the festival, Santa Lucia Festival, I had just been 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
So,
This is the presenter that passed away a couple of weeks ago. That is
and
Pippo
it's
Baudo.
the biggest Italian TV presenter.
Yes.
The was in the video. Like celebrated and loved. Oh my God, my mom is sitting behind the actor.
This is Cesare
Yeah,
Bocci.
You got a proud mama.
Yeah, you
See,
spotted her. No, she was sitting behind the actors.
uh,
No, such a pity. I mean, this probably is a slow connection, right?
Yeah, I muted the sound because I thought it would be better to just talk about what's happening.
This is another very popular Sicilian writer. Beautiful, beautiful woman and Sicilian writer.
Giusy, where is she from?
Ragusa.
Ragusa.
Sì. She actually, well, her place, the house of her family is the house of Montalbano.
Ah, okay. It's on television right now.
See, I mean, they always because I mean, she comes from a very noble Sicilian family. They
Ah,
still
okay.
have titles, not like
Mm.
la Giusy Sciacca from Carlentini. They well,
We talk.
this is an actor from.
Yeah, this is what I mean.
I love him.
C'è
Like
d'amore.
he's so great. He's in all mafia movies in because he's basically a comedian, but very and very good hearted. Sorry.
It's a very large crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was full up with people.
yeah, there were really a lot of people. Enjoyable night, and
Exactly.
even the weather. Well, I mean, everything worked perfectly. And it was a public event, of course. And like people, I mean, with the exception of the first rows that were for like for us, and people just really enjoyed it. This is the another very important writer. I mean, he was very lucky at the same time because of his books. Well, there's right now on television a very popular
Mhm.
series. Oh my God, my father. L'hai visto?
No, tuo papà non lo conosco, tua mamma sì, l'ho intervista.
No, bello.
No, non lo
So
conosco. Aspetta.
this well, here you are going up.
Ah, ok. No. Well, thank God I had someone who made makeup for me.
Well, you look lovely.
Thank you. No, but anyway.
So all of these people, um,
Oh, these
must
are
have
the
brought.
two guys.
Okay.
Um, the representative. I mean, the owners of this export company.
Hmm. Do you know these guys?
They are well. They're not. I mean, they have nothing to do with art and culture, but they were awarded because they always. I mean, there's always one like business award,
Yeah.
and they got it for because it's starting from I mean a little place like Carlentini, they were able to develop this business and distributing I mean it's mainly about fruit and vegetables. So I mean agricultural products distributed all over the world.
And also, I think that they also hire a lot of people. They give jobs to,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, they've improved the area.
They give well right now they're giving job to like almost 400 people, which is
Mm,
odd for a small town.
yeah.
And probably, I mean, I don't know if for those who watched some television while in Sicily, the TV presenter is probably the biggest the Sicilian TV presenter. Here,
Is our mayor.
our sindaco Stefio, he was very happy.
I bet.
Nick, you have been awarded by him as well.
Do you
Yes.
know, he's
He
always
is
so
also.
kind. Always so kind. Well, I think he's probably the most loved sindaco so
So,
far. I mean,
mm,
everyone has, of course, um, probably not appreciated by everyone, but if compared with his predecessors,
he's doing it really well.
and it's very human and
Yeah,
whatever, very
yeah.
human.
We used to play
Yeah, he's
together
been
when we were
very
younger.
good to see.
He's a little bit younger than me, but we used to play together.
I see.
He's a twin. He's got a twin,
I didn't know that.
Alberto.
So this guy here is
He-
married to my cousin.
This guy,
Yeah.
Amedeo,
Uh-huh.
ah,
unbelievable. But does he know? Does he know that?
Yeah, I've chatted with him on Facebook message.
So
Yeah,
he.
his wife is Ilenia Randazzo.
ok, sì, sì, vero.
No,
And this is
and
a
Questo qui
former mayor here, right?
yeah, he's a
Sergio Monaco.
cardiologist.
Sergio Monaco.
Sergio
Did he
Mo.
get an award?
Ok.
No, no, he is actually the president of the commission that decided the nominees.
Yeah,
So he.
he's related to some people that were in Sicily recently, whose name escapes
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
TJ, TJ,
DJ Janowski, yeah,
related.
I
yeah.
remember,
So
well, but they are
yeah,
relatives or not?
Sì, sì, ha dei
Ah,
yeah,
parenti.
more commercials.
no, because
So,
he's I mean, very well-known cardiologist
mhm.
and former mayor, but he was mayor, I mean, years and years ago, right? I
Yeah,
mean, not.
yeah, yeah.
You know what? It may be done. I think that's what's happening here. So let me get out of this. All
It's
right. So
going on
stop
its
my share.
own. Just
And yeah, that was quite the event.
yeah, it was really an event. They are already working on the next edition for
Mm,
next year. No, well, they were good. Those people. Everything, of course, is volunteer. Like, I mean, it's just that event was sponsored by private sponsors. Like, it's not public funds or whatever. So they had a lot of sponsors who
mm,
were, because this was such a, I mean, Carlentini has always been proud of this award, because it's how can I say it? Sorry, my English. I'm tired, so my English is not ideal tonight. Come si dice? Registered name, like marchio registrato.
patented.
Yeah. So that's for us,
It's a
that would be
patent.
like a trademark or a patent.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, meaning it has its own history, cannot be done by anybody else. And so and again, because of the people that were awarded in the past, it has always attracted like actors or
Mhm. Ce-
nationally known.
Celebrities, yes, celebrities well known. Yeah.
That about
So,
people
so,
younger.
so the burning question that I have for you, Juicy,
Oh
is,
my God, I'm scared.
was it heavy?
Mamma mia. Well, there was a moment they started to talk. Well, yeah, probably you saw some, like they started, because the woman who gave it to me was a senator. I mean, she sits in parliament. She's Sicilian, but she's in parliament. She just handed me the prize, and I was standing like this, like because it's more than the leone silver lion. It was a silver rock, like like it was 30 kilos. And then, but I'm very happy because I was scared by the stairs because it was dark. I had a long dark dress, and I said, I know I'm gonna break all my teeth here, and like, and like really writing a page of history of my town. But I'm very happy that I made it. Like I was shaking, my muscles were like shaking, but I made it.
Giusy, secondo te è venuto sto premio ora?
Well, no, the award is in Sicily because I was
Ah.
traveling like, with a bag. I was flying. There was no way, and it's very delicate because it's a creta. Uh,
Ok. Clay.
so I mean, it's very well, and I don't know. I mean, I probably need an entire wall because it's very heavy.
Se il cartongesso ti crolla la parete.
So I need to be careful, but I don't know. For the time being, it's home. So my mom has it on the table in the dining room. Probably should remove some dust and.
For those who do not understand Sicilian, I just inquired about where have you hang your prize. She said it's too heavy, but you know the answer.
It's super heavy. No, but it's nice. No, it's not nice. It's great actually. Very happy for that. But I remember maybe Lundari, the other guy. Probably you had it as guest in some previous meetings. Maybe
Mhm.
Lundari. He's a musician living
Yeah,
now in.
Lundere. Yeah, I don't think he's been a guest, but I know the name.
I don't remember, but or probably I saw some of his comments on the Facebook page.
Yeah. You are referring to Aldo Lundari?
Yeah, and I guess he was awarded like early 2000, maybe.
Mm. I'm not sure, but also one of my uncle was awarded, the one who is in Rome playing in the army band a long time ago. I was not in Carlentini, but I've been told that because he had distinguished because of his activity in the army, playing music. I don't know. So it was a long time ago.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
it is basically given to people from Carlentini who somehow, I
Sì,
mean, English,
sì,
and they like bring, so as we say, hanno dato lustro, so bring light
sì, sì,
to
sì,
the to the
sì.
town.
Mhm.
It seems that they all agreed on me. So
Mm-mm.
anyhow,
Well, thank you so much for coming and sharing the experience, and we are just so honored to have you amongst us.
thank you for like bearing me, me chatting all the time. So I don't know how you can stand me.
Well,
Ci fa piacere.
No,
I
but
have
what about
loved
you?
reading your books. I have your three books,
Hey,
and uh, I'm practicing my Italian, and then also using the Google Translate on occasion.
which one you have the first? I mean, my own copy. Maybe the other one, the last book.
That's the one. I forget the title of it, and I was looking for it. I have it.
Honor Our Sex is Honore
Yeah,
Nostro. Because I mean, we met in Rome. I had home no copy of the book, and I said, but I want to give a copy to Nick. So I said, oh, Nick, this is my copy with notes and all, it is underlined. So like,
it's on my shelf or on my desk or somewhere, but I know I have it.
so Anyhow, so who's the next coming to Rome or Sicily? Is there? I mean, Linda is planning for next year. But is there
Yes.
anybody else?
Joan, Garro,
Yeah,
No,
Joni Garrow is going to be,
Johnny.
I don't think.
um, she's going to be in Syracuse. I know it's around the weekend between the 10th and the 13th of October. So
Okay.
I think she's there for more than a week, but they've rented a place in Syracuse. She's hoping to,
In Ortigia, Giusy.
See, I mean, if you're in Syracuse, Ortigia is the place to
Yeah,
be.
we talked about that last week.
Mm.
she she's going to try to meet with some of the schools. And I think she's working with Eleonora and Federica and Laura Capodicasa and others to try to get that all organized. But one of the things that she does is that she works with children with disabilities.
Mhm.
And so she's hoping to kind of offer her services to the community.
Mm.
And so we'll see how that all shapes up. But it's a tremendous offer because she gets paid to do this kind of work
Mhm.
and is a respected person in her field.
Hey,
Well,
Nick, I have to head out. Oh, of course, the phone rings as soon as I'm going to cancel until the phone stops ringing, then I'll talk.
Okay. Um, so what is your next trip, Giusy? Are you doing any more book signings or
no,
interviews
no,
or?
no, not for the moment. I need to work. I really need to work. I need to work and to take care of my daughter. And so probably, I mean, next trip for books will be in November, Sicily.
Okay.
Um,
Not too far off.
Hey,
no,
Nick,
no.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to sign off, Nick, but it is a
Okay.
small world because I had to pick up my Mercedes from the dealership. They were fixing some body work, and the owner of the body shop just got back from Syracuse visiting his family, and that's where he's from. His name is Angelo Amadio. And he was talking, goes, I've got to bring my mother there who's really old, but we got to get her passport. And I go, I know the head of the local consulate, the Italian consulate in Hartford, and I set up a call with him and his mother to redo her Italian passport so he could take her back to Syracuse to meet and see her brothers and sisters again.
Oh, that's
Oh,
So it
great.
is a small world here in Connecticut.
Yeah,
Delightful
we're gonna
man.
have to get up there sometime.
I mean, but there must be, I mean, we're basically everywhere, like all
See.
in direction. I mean, it's such a small land. If you think about it, it's the pearl
Yeah.
of the Mediterranean, then a
Blossom throughout the world.
I know. However, he did recommend that instead of going back to Sicily, I go to Sardinia. So, maybe he's tainted, being here in the country. Hey, take care, everybody. Stay safe and healthy. Be well.
Okay, bye, Scott.
Ciao, ciao.
So,
Sardinia is nice too, but I mean, I know my opinion is very partial here, so I don't know how credible I can be. But I mean, it's beautiful for sure. Like the sea is like Maldives all over the island. It's really and the food is good too. But the fact is that I mean, if you go for the sea and for the beaches, is fine. Otherwise, I mean, in terms of artistic highlights, I mean, there's basically very, very little.
Mhm.
Like you stay 1 week in Sicily and it's not enough. Not
Mhm.
absolutely not enough. And you never get bored because
Mhm.
you just I mean the sea, so swimming is can never be your first driver to Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that, it's an additional advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
no, Nuccio,
I agree. I totally agree with you. Yes. If you want
yeah.
to stay in contact with nature, Sardinia is fine. But
Mm.
if you want to know things, to know history, to know traditions, heritage, you must go to Sicily.
Mm-hmm.
This is also the experience of my colleagues, my friends here from Lombardy, not from Milano. When they go to Sicily, also my students, they want me to take them on a school trip to Sicily. And they always ask, please take us there. And of course, I'm happy because, there is a huge variety of things to do and see and experiment that has no other comparison.
And something that is always probably, well, I wouldn't say undervalued, but probably most time people who travel to Sicily have no time to do it more. The Sicilian islands, like this summer, I love the Aeolian Islands, and I was in Stromboli, which is so it's just opposite Calabria. It's an active volcano and very, very, very small. And the fact that you were there, like at night, hearing the sound of this rumbling. I don't know if it's the right word, but and you could see the light and magic,
Mm.
really magic.
But also in on Monte Etna that started erupting, because it stops. Even last summer, when I left on Sunday. It was August the 23rd, I think. It was erupting, so you could see the light, the red light at night from Carlentini. It was amazing. Then it stops and it starts again. It stops and starts again, with all the pros and cons, because of our traffic, and then. But it attracts a lot of people there.
Funny that
I
you
went.
mentioned. Funny that
Most
you
Did you
mentioned
go?
that, Nunzio,
yeah,
because
crazy.
when we
Patricia,
were
did you go?
Anthony, yeah, well, Anthony, we didn't. Anthony and I were getting on the plane in Catania at like at 6 a.m. and it was dark, and we looked
See.
over, and I did take a picture of it, so I'll share it. I mean, it's very grainy and everything, but we saw Etna with a big red flame
Mm.
on the top, and we were just like, "Holy moly!"
Mm.
Wow, because we were on the top of the stairs, getting onto the plane because and we were just, we're standing there, we're like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta take a picture. So I
Yeah.
did.
Wow.
It was just amazing just to, oh my God, look at that. We're watching Etna. She was not happy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
And I
beautiful.
must say, all the south of Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Well, I spent my summer. I mean, the headquarter was Sicily, but then also in Calabria, and Calabria and Puglia as well. They deserve as
Yeah.
regions in terms of sea and art and
Culture, culture.
culture
Yes.
and food.
Mm.
Yes, I don't know, like how much I was with my with Sarah and with some of I mean some of the Omahans, and of course I mean you end up always eating, no way.
Giusy, do
Yeah.
you know the film C'è ancora domani? There's still tomorrow?
The by Cortellesi.
Sì, sì.
Uh-huh, yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Because it has a lot to do with women and feminism. It's a wonderful
Uh-huh.
story about a
Um,
working class woman who dreams, according to this, a better future for herself and her daughter while
yeah.
enduring abuse at the hands of her husband. When a mysterious letter arrives, she discovers the courage to change the circumstances of her life. It's a beautiful movie.
Beautiful. But and very much appreciated in Italy. I mean, she really, and it was so Paola Cortellesi is a very well-known, well, she started as a comedian, but she's a like
She was
show,
wonderful, wonderful actress in the movie.
Yes,
and,
right.
and that is her like debut, how should I say, as director.
Yes.
So, and she was awarded, probably, I think it was like the first movie
Hmm.
in Italy for sure.
Hmm.
So it was nice, and it's all black and white.
It's all black and
Mm.
white. It's reproducing the old Italian films of Vittorio De
Mhm.
Sica, the neorealism
So,
film.
Exactly.
right.
You know, Franco, this is the first time I'm talking to you, and like I'm impressed that you were talking English. I was like, what is he talking? Because I mean, your name and last name, I think is probably is
Well, I
like.
really don't speak Italian, I speak Siciliano, parlo siciliano. Italiano non posso parlare, mi scusi.
God,
E di
it's so
francofondo,
good.
Sogno di
di
francofonte,
francofondo,
pronuncia
non è l'indenese, non è l'indenese, è di francofondo.
So
Mhm.
you, aspetta, quindi, I mean, for the benefit of the others, so you just speak Sicilian, no Italian.
Posso capire l'italiano, però mi viene difficile
I'm
parlare.
dying really right now.
Perché stai morendo? Perché?
Perché è perfetto, because it's
Non è
so,
perfetto chi? Perfetto siciliano, forse siciliano, no?
sì,
Oh, siciliano, sì.
it's perfect Sicilian, like I mean, someone I could bump into the street like for the grocery.
Meno male che c'hai qualcuno con cui praticare, perché su Francesca Santoro ne mettiamo insieme e facciamo tutto pare siciliano, così non lo scordiamo.
But where are you?
Io sogno a East Hampton, New York.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I I mean, whenever you want to practice, just give me a call. I mean, we can have an enjoyable conversation. That's one, and with Fred too, because
Sì, infatti.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
Fred, I mean, every time, like, do you remember when we were having dinner in Rome? Like, he's Sicilian. He's
Yeah.
I I really love it.
Meno male non mi ha scordato ancora. So.
I mean, but you are first. No, you're not first generation. Oh, yes.
Sono nato a Francofonte.
Ah, okay.
Sì, sì. Era 8 anni quando ci vai a America, 8 anni.
Okay.
So.
So
He
you,
was 8 years old, is what he's telling everybody. Is what he told
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I was 8 years old.
when he
no, I mean,
came here. He
so
was born in
nice.
Francofonte when he was 8.
Hmm.
It's probably, I mean, so the background, the very background, I mean, so you learn it like, I mean, in Sicily.
English. Oh,
Yeah,
sì,
and
sì,
So,
perché se io
so
hai...
Franco, would you tell us what your experience was like going to school in Sicily?
Well, it was difficult because I was coming from a very different country. We dressed differently, we spoke
No,
differently.
no, no, not in New York. Did
Oh,
you go to
you,
school in
you have
Sicily?
memories.
oh yes, yes, yes. I went to school until I was 8 years old. We had to wear these little gowns, and when I see a picture of myself with a bow tie over here, and I remember my professor Garofalo, and yeah, it was a regular school with kids playing around. It was very pleasant. Yeah.
I would
Well,
Um,
like to show you some of my pictures wearing this gown, as I said, and also this
oh, you know what I'm
ribbon.
talking about, right? Yeah.
Of course, I know.
Yeah.
well,
I've been
I had
wearing
it
the gown
too.
for all ages
Yeah.
until we got to Quinta Elementare, until the fifth year. And then
But I had
we
it
got,
too. So it's no longer they're not using it anymore.
no,
Mhm.
no, 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 no.
But I had
Hopefully.
it. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah, so you're so much younger, Giusy. Did you have to do a uniform?
Mhm.
Really?
I mean, not as young as you might think. No, till I was at the elementary school,
Huh?
uh, I was
You had
exactly
to.
with
I don't
this
know where my pictures are, but it
like
takes some
I mean,
time.
we all look like
Yeah,
Easter
so
eggs.
everybody needs to send me their school pictures.
Yeah.
No.
And I'll put them all on the screen, and then you have to pick out who's who.
Who's who?
And
I'll also send you pictures
Stop
of when I was an
recording,
altar
please.
boy.
Stop recording,
That'd be good
please.
too.
That's a great idea, Nick. Do it. Everybody's got to do that. Awesome.
Okay, email me your pictures.
and Franco, and when you started school in the States, like did you speak some English when you started school?
No, I didn't speak a
Wow.
word of English.
Wow.
No, I was 8 years old. But as I was telling Nick last time, it's amazing how languages are easy for children to learn.
Right.
There's an aptitude for children to learn languages much easier than adults. It didn't take me long to learn English, actually.
Mhm.
So, but it was very difficult at first when you're thrown in right away into a
Wow.
classroom.
Oh God, such a shock.
And exactly a shock, and everything's so different. When you're 8 years old, it's a culture shock, it's a language shock, it's everything. So,
Hmm. Wow.
I would like to bring Linda into the conversation about language.
Hmm.
So, what sort of languages did you hear growing up, Linda?
My grandparents spoke only Italian. My parents spoke Italian when we were in trouble. When they were deciding what to do if we were in trouble, they would speak to Italian to each other, and then they would speak English to us. So, predominantly English in my family, but my grandparents spoke Italian.
Or
And
Sicilian.
Sicilian was my father's parents, and that was Sicilian.
So Fred, can you tell us how you learned Sicilian, please?
That's sort of my experience, kind of like Linda's, just like,
Right.
and so I just kept listening and wanting to learn. I would ask, and then just, because just being around that all the time,
Right.
and then being, I'd always go down to my dad would always say, "You want to go down to the old neighborhood?" So I always, when we moved out, it was always stuff like that, and that's how that all. And I just always took to it. I always knew we were different, and so
Right.
that's exactly how it was. And plus, you got to remember, everybody married within the neighborhood too, down in Omaha. So we
Mm.
didn't have anybody that was an outside, might have gone an outsider. That
Right.
was so that was sort of my childhood, and then my mom, even because she didn't learn English till she was 5, even though she's born here.
Mm.
My dad had older sisters, so he was kind of bilingual from the get-go. But
Right.
and that's just how it was. That's
Right.
how people talked in the down there. And that's why when we moved to California, what shocked me the most was the that how people couldn't speak, the Sicilians couldn't speak well enough, and the old timers all spoke English real well because they intermingled, they integrated
Right.
with other people. So that shocked me the most. And then when my mom or dad ever talked to anybody that was from there, they would talk Sicilian to them.
Right.
People were like, "Oh wow, that's great." I'm like, "That's our whole life was like that." You know what I'm saying? So that's how I learned. And you
Right.
read and studying, and you have an ear for that, and then going, and I can't explain it, but yeah, yeah.
Giusy, ti voglio domandare una domanda. In Sicilia, in Sicily, do they speak Sicilian still, or do they all now mostly speak Italian?
No, sure.
They
Of
do.
course. So, I mean, he asked me if Sicilian is still spoken.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the language, first language home.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the language of, I mean, with friends and people that you're close
Hmm.
to. Um, I think it is a demonstration of trust.
Hmm.
Like, for example, I
Mm-hmm.
told you I'm an aviation manager, but it always happens that, like, till this morning, when I have video calls with southern Italy airports, and like we don't want to the others understand what we are I mean, our strategy, even if we are not longtime friends, but there's that common background that you just look at your face. Okay, it's done.
I'm glad to hear that.
It's a code, like, and like, for example, my daughter, I mean, my daughter is a half Sicilian, born in Catania, and half from Milan because her father is from Milan. But still, I have always spoken Sicilian home since since day number one.
Oh.
She doesn't speak, but she understands everything. That's why it's our code language when needed.
So I'm glad to hear that. So it's not a language that's being forgotten.
No.
Okay.
I mean, of course, it's not standard. Like if you, well, I mean, if you walk in a shop, or I mean, it's not the first language you use, or at school, or institutional. But once you are, I mean, after like 5 minutes, you can start talking.
Okay.
Once there's familiarity,
Yeah, sono contento,
It's
sì.
when you know that you meet someone, you can relax. And you can drop the attitude.
Right.
So,
It also happens to me with my colleagues, those who come from Sicily or South Italy. We start talking in Italian, but when you have to say something more specific or something that expresses in a better way what your feelings, your emotions, I use Sicilian with them.
Sicilian.
I had a conversation with my principal. She's from here, so she doesn't know a word of Sicilian. And then I start talking Sicilian because I had something to say, to tell her that was very, I'm gonna say, genuine in my heart, I say. And she said, now I understand that you are very Sicilian. That's what I want. That's what I mean. I'm very Sicilian. Why should I say something different? And they want to put my ideas across like this because it expresses in a better way what I mean. Okay. So she said, "Oh my God, now he's starting being Sicilian." I am Sicilian. No, I'm not starting. I've always been Sicilian.
what's interesting too, you'll find that people there will know regionally where your background is from. One night in Ortiz, Giusy, I said something to someone at a restaurant, and the lady said, "Oh, Londonese." So she,
yeah.
by my act, she knew exactly. I didn't even say anything. She didn't.
Yeah, right. But it's likewise, I can spot
She just spotted me right off the bat. And I couldn't believe. I looked at my
immediately.
wife. That was great. That made my day.
Like immediately, like, but so Sicilian is spoken all over the island with, I must say, I mean, there are differences in the musicality, in the accent, but the language is the same. Like I can talk to someone from Palermo, no problem. And but of course, the moment, like it happens, while watching TV and there's a guest or someone, the moment they open they start pronouncing the first word. I said, Caltanissetta, Ragusa.
Right. Right.
Immediately. But it's the same for you guys because I mean in the States as well, like I can barely spot the New Yorker accent.
Yes.
And then no way, not about the rest. I must say that it's probably because it's the English that I heard and listened to the most is Midwest. So for me, it's very clear, like it comes like naturally.
In New York, we can even hear the different accents from the different boroughs. So if you're from the Bronx, you have one accent. If you're from Queens, you have a different accent. If you're from Long Island, it's a different accent. So
Oh,
even within the five boroughs of New York, you can hear different tonations and different accents.
And different words also. I mean, there are
Yes.
some phrases that from the Bronx are only from the Bronx,
Yep.
And everybody else looks at you like you just grew a second head. And it's like, well, didn't you ever hear that?
Exactly.
But yeah, absolutely. Linda, where's your family from in Sicily?
My grandparents are from Victoria.
Okay. Okay.
Ragusa.
Both
That-
grandparents.
There you go. Okay.
Beautiful area.
Yes. We'll definitely go back there next summer.
Beautiful area and in gastronomically speaking, amazing.
So let me just interject. I want to bring Michael into the conversation. You've turned your microphone off, but you know,
Sorry.
you've
I've just been
your
listening
growing
intently to
up
everybody.
experience is probably similar to Franco and Francesca in that your family are fairly recent migrants.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I'm from Melbourne, Australia, Giusy. So my parents are from Sicilian background as well. My father is born in the town of Ferla, provincia di Ragusa. My mother was born in the town of Aidone, provincia Enna. So, but my father pretty much grew up in Aidone, so he primarily from there. But they migrated to Australia 1961. Like many of the other gentlemen, like Franco. I was born in Australia, but my only language was Italian up until the age of 5 or 6. So I went to school like Franco, speaking Italian in an English school. So that was pretty embarrassing, pretty degrading at times, and pretty hard. But yeah, like Franco said, we as kids, we're like sponges. We pick up the language pretty quickly. In fact, I'm also married to an Australian Italian. She's from her parents from Vizzini, provincia Catania. So basically, she speaks to her mother in Vizinese. I speak to my parents in Italian, but I can also understand their Sicilian dialect pretty well. But I choose to reply in Italian rather than Sicilian. But I do understand the Sicilian accent quite well.
Because your wife then she's still I mean talking, so I mean she can speak perfectly Sicilian then.
Correct. My wife was born in Vizzini. She migrated. She came as a baby. Her family went back to Vizzini for 2.5 years. So she went to school in Vizzini for 2.5 years. And yes, like Franco said, she was wearing the fiocchetto with the gowns in primary school. And but she spoke very well. And in fact, she graduated here as an interpreter and translator. So she speaks the Italian language very well, but speaks Vizinese very well as well. So yeah.
No, but all
We
in
speak
the
to
area.
Sorry.
I mean, all in the area because Ferla is, I mean, not far from Siracusa, from Carlentini as well, and Vizzini likewise.
Correct. Yeah. Well, Vizzini is not very far from Francofonte as well, so
That's
it's a different
right.
province, but
It's
not
the
very
same,
far at all.
it's the same road, called
Yeah.
Ragusana, starts in Lentini, and then after, like along this road, there is Francofonte, and then Vizzini.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So yeah, so I've we even though I was Australian born, but yeah, we spoke Italian in our household. Still do. My parents are still with me. We speak
Wow.
Italian every time. In fact, my firstborn child, when he was born, we spoke to him in Italian as well, up until the age of 5, and he spoke perfect Italian, so he could communicate with my parents, my parents-in-law. So that was quite a good experience. So we've passed on all those Italian traditions to them because we still live with those traditions now, even though and because my parents are still with us. So that's what helps as well. So it's an interesting culture here in Australia with Italians coming here 50s and 60s. The culture is quite alive, still quite healthy. In fact, this weekend, the next 3 weekends here in Melbourne, we've got the Italian Film Festival showing, and we're actually going to see an Italian movie this Sunday. It has a similar immigration story. I think it's called Napoli to New York, which we're going to go see. With Pier Francesco Farini, I think is the actor.
Bellissimo, bellissimo.
Qual è il film? Qual è il film?
Napoli to New York, starring Pier Francesco Farini. It's an Italian movie, but It's basically an immigration story from a couple who live in Napoli who then migrate, I think, in the late 50s or 40s after the World War to New York. That's all I know. So, well, it'll be interesting to see what transpires in that movie.
Well, the movies, the most popular movies last year, so at the beginning of last year, were these two, like this one you've just mentioned, and the one C'è ancora domani. So and it's beautiful. I saw it with my daughter.
Okay, well, that's really good. I'm looking forward to seeing it then. Yeah. So yes, every year we have this Italian film festival where all the recent Italian movies that are shown in Italy come out here, and there's a big festival, and so it gives an opportunity for people to go see it. So it's quite good. So we quite enjoy going to those events.
Wow.
Yeah, so Nick, that's sort of everything in a nutshell. Everybody sort of has the same story, but it's too bad that generation above us is gone now. Like Mary Kay just lost her dad, but all those guys and all those kids, that's all they spoke. They knew, even if they responded in English, they all knew it. If they went back there, just like when my parents did, and they all kept thinking that they were, when did you leave here? They kept saying to my mom, and and because that was the language of the neighborhood, and it just kind of got passed down to the kids as you heard things, and we weren't expected to know all, but it just a lot of us did, like Pat Vendetti, and I mean, the list goes on. Like I know, like remember Nettie Roma, your aunt Donna, the same thing. My mom was friends with her, and they would just talk. You go in and out all the time. Does that make any sense? It's too bad you guys didn't know my mom. She was a character, and anyway, she would have loved all this stuff, Nick.
Yeah, well, if you have any pictures or video or anything of your mom, and
Yeah, I
we'd
will
love
have
to get
pull
to
that
know her.
out. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll have to get all that. Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
so that's why my
So
daughter's name
your
is
name came
Rosalie.
up in my research, Fred.
Huh?
I I've been lately going on the FamilySearch.org website, and the surname I've been working on is Osino, and then I found, I think it was a Vincenzo Osino that was married to Rosa Fangano, and you had edited that woman's profile. So I thought, I
Wait,
wonder,
what was her? Say that again.
let me see if I can bring it up. I'll bring it up, and
You know
then
what? That
you
might have
guys
been
keep
tied
talking
into
while
a deep, yeah, that's a trip. But the Sicilians out here in San Jose are all from West. They're all from Trebia and Palermo area. That's where everybody's from out here. Tons. And a lot of recent immigrants, tons of recent immigrants. So that's how I keep it going too. And we have a club, Sons of Sicily. And so that's always it's pretty cool. We got, there's a lot out here. Monterey, San Francisco, San Jose. Let's see here. What do you got? Hey, Nick.
So I just added an estimated birth for this lady. One of the things that I do is I kind of keep track of where I get things in this little collaborate area here. But based on some birth records, I was able to estimate. But then I was looking at the details, and it shows June 30th, 2025. Fred edited
Oh my
this.
God. Pangano.
So, so I just thought that was an
I wonder.
interesting
I
point.
wonder who else. I wonder where. I'll have to roll into mine and see how where she's tied into how I did that. Or
Yeah, we'll take that offline. And
yeah, there you go.
but I thought that was interesting that I saw your name
Yeah,
on Family Search.
Nick, I got to get going. We're playing my old school, San Jose State, this weekend here, so that's going to be cool on the ACC network.
Good.
Fred, please say hi to Rebecca and give a kiss to the baby, huh?
I will. I will. And da salute Rebecca and Tutabani, okay? All right, guys, good to see everybody.
Ciao,
Thanks
Fred.
again.
Ne
Ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
Fred.
Ne vediamo.
vedremo,
Ne
ne vedremo.
Ne vedremo.
Ciao.
Ne vedremo.
Ciao.
I
Okay.
must leave as well. I'm tired.
11.
Go to bed.
Okay.
Ciao a tutti.
Stanko.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Ne vedremo
ciao.
la settimana che giasse.
Ne
Esatto.
vedremo. State
Ne
buoni.
Ciao,
State
Duccio.
buoni.
Franco,
Ciao.
are you on Facebook or somewhere on social?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not social. I mean, then through Nick, I will give you my email address.
Oh, great.
If you want to speak Sicilian, we can.
Oh, sempre voglio parlare siciliano,
I
sempre.
mean, whoever, if you want to practice.
Sì,
Per
voglio.
fortuna che ci siamo trovati, io e Franco ci siamo trovati, così almeno parliamo in siciliano.
Siciliano,
Se no
sì.
io avessi quasi perduto, perché i miei genitori non ci sono più.
Certo. I mean, you need to practice to keep it
Yeah.
alive.
Practice, absolutely.
Allora tu
When,
scordi.
when Franco and I get together, whether in person or on Zoom, we only speak Sicilian.
Mhm,
That's wonderful.
mhm.
I have to run, everybody. I'll
Ciao,
see you
Linda.
next week.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Nice
Ciao.
to
Mario.
Okay, thanks for
Ciao.
coming, Linda.
Thank you. See you next week.
A
Okay, see
cucinare,
you.
dire a cucinare qualcosa per mangiare. Ciao.
Esatto.
Arrivederci. Grazie, Giusy.
Ciao,
Grazie.
Franco.
Arrivederci. Ciao,
Ci
ciao,
sentiamo.
ciao.
Oh, tesoro. I mean, it's amazing. Anyhow, Nick,
Thank you so much, Giusy. This is going to make a great recording, and Dean asked for it, but I'm sure lots of other people will want to view it as well. So thank you, Mary Kay, for recording, and thank you all for coming.
See you next week, guys.
Thank you.
oh, nice to see you
Ciao,
all.
grazie a
Ciao,
tutti.
Donna. Big
Ciao.
kiss to Donna. Goodbye. See you next week if I can, with pleasure. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Giusy.
Ciao, ciao.